Good afternoon and welcome on board the Arvia to my cabin on day 5 of the cruise to the Med, and I want to give you an update of my thoughts part of the way through this cruise like I always do, and then after the cruise I'll be putting up my full detailed review here on the YouTube channel. But it'll be interesting to see how things change from now until then. But before I get into that, I just need to say a big thank you to all my subscribers here on YouTube who've taken me over the 500 mark in the last couple of weeks, and for all of you on TikTok as well who've taken me to nearly 1,000 now at the Maverick Gill on TikTok, and to my lovely Facebook community, nearly 200 of you now on Facebook at Maverick Gill. All of those details are here on the page now if you want to subscribe or follow on any of those channels. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the food on the Arvia right now. There are, included in your fare, 2 main dining rooms, the Zenith and the Meridian. There are also 2 additionally included restaurants, the Olive Garden and the 5th Street Diner, which is an American diner as well. And there are 2 buffets, the Keys Buffet on deck 8 and the Horizon Buffet on deck 16. So actually 2 buffets on the ship, as well as the Taste 360 grill up there as well. Now, we've eaten in the main dining room, the Meridian. One thing I would say to you is definitely recommend that you pre-book as many of your dining options before you join the cruise. So even the included ones, the main dining, the 6th Street and the Olive Grove, make sure you book as many as you can, because you can always change your mind. So if you want to do something different, that's not a problem, but please, make sure you book them. It's about a couple of weeks, I think, before you head off on your cruise. You can start to book those restaurants, so please do that. It will really help you when you're on the ship. If you don't, you can join the virtual queue, and we found that no issue. You just go on to the web page, tick the restaurant, the time you want to go, and then you join the queue, and it'll gradually tick you down, and then when it's your turn it'll give you 15 minutes to get to your restaurant before they give up that table to somebody else. And that's worked pretty well for us. But be aware, peak times, it may not work quite so well when you're on a ship with nearly 6,000 people, with a lot of them looking for the tables at those peak times as well. Now, we ate in the main dining rooms, as I say. Celebration night last night, 5-course meal, really good overall. Especially loved the chicken. Prime beef looked good. The desserts were good. We had cheese play, we had chocolates on the table as well, coffee. It was really, really nice, and we got a free drink off the captain for that. 2 champagne or an elderflower per se, so that was nice. We've eaten in there on another night as well. That was good too. Service was reasonably quick. Certainly not slow for us, but I have heard of a few people who have struggled a bit on the ship. But for us, it has been absolutely fine. It was efficient and reasonably friendly without being. It's not. It wasn't super. They weren't super friendly, but it was reasonable. So yeah, enjoyed that very much. We've eaten in the 6th Street Diner 3 times now. One thing to remember of the diner, if you is that actually they also do breakfast and brunch and lunch as well. So sometimes it opens as early as 10 a.m, other days 11, and then lunch starts at 12, and you can hit the virtual queue for that, or we have been able to book a couple of brunch times ourselves. We love the American diner, great fun. The chicken is an especial favourite of ours. Wouldn't recommend the burger, I have to say. Let me know in the comments if you've had the burger in the 6th Street Diner. What did you think? I was a bit disappointed with that, but the chicken was really nice. I've loved the brunches in there. Service can be a bit slow in the 6th Street Diner. Again, it hasn't been overly slow for us. We've done okay, but I have heard from other people they've had quite a wait in there. But generally for us, it has been okay. We've really enjoyed it. Now we're doing the Olive Grove tomorrow, so I'll let you know in my later review how that goes, but we did love that previously on the Iona. So yeah, make sure you get your bookings in. Overall, the food has been good in those main dining options. The buffet, I'm not a huge buffet fan, but if you like to have your food when you want to have it, and you want a lot more choice, of course, then that's probably for you. I prefer getting my food kind of served, brought to the table, but the buffet has been okay when we've been in there, and the Taste 360 grill seems as though it may have improved a little bit from our last couple of times on P&O. Mrs. NG has enjoyed the hot dog there, and the kids have enjoyed the pizza, so I think there may have been some improvement in Taste 360, so you do have that option as well. Now, in terms of additional dining options on the ship, I've already eaten in Green & Company, and I would definitely recommend that to you. Green & Company has a sushi bar experience on the high chairs where you sit up and you watch them chop the sushi for you and serve there. Or within the restaurant area, there is also a vegan and plant-based menu and an Asian fusion menu, which now has some meat dishes on there as well. I had the lamb curry for my main course, I had the chicken yakitori for my starter, and the piece de resistance was the ice cake trio, mochi ice cake trio, which was, honestly, it was sensational. I'll be putting up some coverage of that on my full review after the cruise. That was fantastic. It was something very, very different. It's like ice cream wrapped in a casing. It was superb. Really enjoyed Green & Company. Service was excellent. In about 30 minutes, I'm heading up to the Epicurean for afternoon tea. It's my birthday today, so I'm going out for a bit of a celebration there. So I'm looking forward to that. I've never been in the Epicurean, so I'll let you know how that goes. Also doing the beach house later in the cruise, and we also have the Keel and Cow on board as well, which is very popular. There are your additional dining options. The Epicurean is probably the most expensive of all of them. I found Green & Company very reasonable value for what we got, and I did do Sindhu on the Iona, which is here on the ship, which is more of an Indian style restaurant. Really enjoyed that on the Iona, but that's available on the ship too. Now, if you have the money and you can afford to do some additional dining options, it's worth your while to do that. I think it just gives you that more of a premium experience. The food included overall, I think, is good value for what you get. It's not super duper fine dining, but you're not paying for that, so it's a good value proposition. We've enjoyed the food so far, but if you want more of a premium experience, then those additional dining options are probably right for you. Now, there's also Sundays and Ripples ice cream bars you can pay for too, which we find very, very enjoyable. So they're good range of ice creams there. Now, entertainment so far. What do I think of the entertainment? There's lots to do on the ship, clearly. We've got dancing going on, we've got trivia, they've got that comedian John Clegg on the ship. He's not my cup of tea, but a lot of people do like him. I think he came fourth on Britain's Got Talent years ago. He's doing quite a few shows on the ship, if that's for you. We really enjoyed the IHoppers who were on the ship. We're going to see them tonight again. They were kind of rockabilly 1950s band. Describing them that probably just doesn't do them enough justice. They're really good fun on the stage. I'm not a 1950s music fan, but what they did was superb. So if you're actually on the ship now and you haven't seen them, get yourself there, and if you're coming on board either here or another P&O ship, get a chance to see the IHoppers. Well worthwhile. Now, for you regular P&O goers, you're probably going to find the theatre a little disappointing because the shows are digital. They're Sky's The Limit, they're Festival, and they're the Take That musical as well. So if, like me, you've seen that 4 or 5 times, they are good shows. I've really enjoyed them in the past, but I've been giving them a skip, and I'm heading more to the Sky Dome where there's some good fun going up there. There was a drone show a couple of nights ago, which was something really innovative, kind of a space theme, and we really enjoyed that. So if you're new to the ship, you're going to really enjoy the theatre, but there isn't as much on there as there has been in the past. I mean, they're showing Festival over 2 nights with about 5 showings, to give you an example. On the Iona a few weeks ago, we had something different every night. So it's been good. There's plenty going on around the ship. Of course, you've got the free screen cinema as well. There's some decent films being shown in there, including that favourite, Wicked. I have seen that a few times, but there's some good movies and some relatively recent ones in there as well. And of course, you've got all the sports facilities. The pools don't really seem to be ridiculously busy for this size of ship. And there's a lot of whirlpool baths and spa baths for you to relax in as well. If you bring in kids on the ship, the kids clubs are so far seem to be pretty good for the younger ones, but for the teens, they actually closed it and merged it with a reef, which I don't think's gone down particularly well. My kids have been a bit disappointed with the teen club so far, but I think for the younger ones it seems to have worked a little bit better. Certainly when we've seen them singing around the ship, they seem pretty happy with that. Ports so far, we are going to Malaga tomorrow. We've only been to La Coruña, which is a port I absolutely love. It's one of the most common ports for Southampton sailings over to Europe and back. It's a lovely port just to get off and walk. There's lots you can do in the port. The weather's been pretty good overall so far. We haven't had a problem getting a sunbed. If you want one right next to the pool at the peak of day, of course you are going to struggle. This is a really busy ship at the moment, but we haven't had a problem ourselves with that because we're pretty happy to sit anywhere in the sun, anywhere on the sunny side of the ship. Now, I just want to skip back to embarkation. We parked our car with CPS, as we nearly always do, valet parking. If you watch my previous Iona video, you'll know that they actually bashed my car on the last one, but I forgave them for it. They actually were really, really good, and they took care of the damage which had come, we think, from a suitcase or a trolley, so that was fine. But they, so I parked with them again, really easy at the port, no queues, and then we got there within about an hour of our due to check on time. And it was really easy getting on the ship. Fair play to P&O. It was actually superb. We were about 1 o'clock getting on the ship, so I don't know if later got a bit more difficult for people. We just beat 8 buses. I was talking to a lady in the security queue. She was on bus number 1. We just got in before them. May have helped, but embarkation was excellent, and we were able to go straight to our cabin as well at about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So that was absolutely fantastic. There are a few changes on the ship. One is towels. So if you are a regular P&O goer, you will know that we've been spoilt with having as many towels as you want on deck. You can just go help yourself to 10, fling them everywhere, throw them in the used towel, or leave them on the beds as some people do. That's all changed now. They leave a couple in your cabin, and then when you want a towel on the decks, you go and you give them your room number, and you are supposed to check them back in, although that system seems to be a little bit awry, because when we've gone to check them back in, they've literally just seem to just take them off you. They don't sign them off or anything, but that's how you get the towels now, so it is a little bit different. Sail Away Party really upped its game on this cruise from recent times. It was mad, and I'll share some more footage of you in my full review as well, but that was absolutely banging in the Sky Dome. It was full to the rafters, music blaring out, everybody having a good time. So that was pretty good fun. A couple of things: don't forget to bring a lanyard when you come on the cruise to put your cruise card in. That's really helpful. Captain's been out and about. Captain Canby, he's on every day, speaking to us. He's been out and about on the ship as well, and he very nicely sent me a birthday card today too, so that was appreciated. Celebration was good. If you are thinking of booking the Limelight Club, which is the additional entertainment package, it gives you a 3-course meal and a specialist entertainer on this cruise. It is Kevin Sim from, I think, Liberty X Days, and Lavoy, I think that's how it's pronounced, Lavoy, the voice, I believe is a superb drag queen act. £25 a person approximately, maybe £30, and gets you a 3-course meal and access to the Limelight Club to see those 2 entertainers. So you can do that as well, and you can pre-book that before you come on the cruise. In terms of the cabin, we've got this square inside cabin. I've put some coverage up on my other channels, and I'll do a detailed cabin review on YouTube when we get back. It's 100 square feet. It's got bunk beds, double bed. It's a decent enough cabin, but it's pretty small for the 4 of us, really, with 2 kind of middly teenagers. My mother-in-law's with us this time, across from us on deck 9, and she has a standard balcony cabin with the biggest balcony I've ever seen, and it overlooks the controversial conservatory mini suites. Absolutely superb, so they're worth checking out, and I've taken some pictures for you to share with you after the cruise as well. I'm going to be in Malaga tomorrow. I'll be putting something out on the TikTok channel for my day out in Malaga, so join me for that one. Oh yeah, service on the ship has been okay overall so far. We've met some happy people, some not so happy people on the staff. The Iona seemed to be really quite top notch when we were on there a few weeks ago. Haven't seen that yet. It does feel as though the staff are a little bit more, having to do a little bit more here, and then maybe there needs to be a few more of them. When we have spoken to them, I always try and make the effort. They've been really nice, but it just feels like they haven't got the time really to engage as much as it is quite nice when they do, because they're just so busy getting everything done with the ship having so many people on this week. I think it's 5,500 guests. This ship, the standard capacity is 5,200, but it can hold, if they fill every bed, up to 6,264, which makes it the UK's largest passenger ship from a UK company that sails out of the UK. So that's pretty big, isn't it? I don't know. It's crazy big. Anyway, listen, it's absolutely great having you along with me on all my different channels. Keep me company, and I'll be sharing much more over the next week, including on YouTube, more detailed reviews. You can subscribe at Maverick Gill if you like, and also on TikTok, if that, more bite sizes at the Maverick Gill if that's more for you, and do some of the port visits on there as well. And I'd love to engage on my Facebook community with all you lovely people who join me on there. So guys, thanks for joining me. I hope wherever you are in the world you're having an amazing time, and I'll talk to you soon.